Hey everyone, it's the Crypto Diet coming with another video for you guys, and this time we're talking about CRO, or Crypto.com as it's called. Crypto.com is doing so well in the market and is a really strong coin because it's got its hands into pretty much every single area that you can in the crypto area. So they've got their own coin, they've got leverage, they've got their own exchange, they've got a debit card coming, they've got so much happening, and they're really trying to push the adoption of cryptocurrency for the everyday person. So I thought I'd cover this because this is just a very fascinating crypto to be looking into right now. So as you can see, this is their main page, and they've got their own debit cards already out that you can actually use to buy real things with cryptocurrency. Now, I know it sounds a bit weird, but we're still pretty early days in terms of having that crypto card that we can just buy a cup of coffee with pretty much anywhere in the world. And crypto.com is one of the first people who are doing this. I know there's a Binance card as well that you can get. But this is what you're looking for, right? You're looking for companies that have that right emotion about the market. They really care about the overall market. One of the things Warren Buffett always looked at was a company that had good management. And when you see companies like this that are really trying to push the industry forward, this is what you're looking for. And this is why I like crypto.com. You've got their NFTs, which is new. You've got different products, and they've got so many different types of cards to pick from and earn all different kinds of interest rates. And they're really trying to get it to the everyday person. Now, one of the things I just saw here is that Australians really want a crypto market. Australians really love their cryptocurrency. Most people in Australia, so it says here, more than a quarter of Australians plan to buy crypto-centric gifts for Christmas this year. So people are really liking their cryptocurrency at the moment in Australia, and it's just growing bigger and bigger and bigger. And crypto.com is looking straight at Australia, where I'm from. Now, why does this concern you if you're not in Australia? Well, Australia is actually a pretty regulated country. We have very strict financial laws here, and they've actually protected us pretty well. That's why Australian doesn't get much, usually, other than last year, we don't really get many recessions because we have a very strong, strict financial system in Australia. So the fact that crypto is able to come into Australia legally, and pretty soon we'll be able to use a crypto debit card to purchase everyday things, is pretty huge. It really sets the tone for a lot of other countries. And Australia has a lot of allies. So if they see Australia doing it, they may want to take a page out of Australia's book and introduce cryptocurrency in their world too. So again, crypto.com is looking like one of those pioneers really trying to drive it forward. The big news as well is crypto.com has just bought the naming rights to the Staples Center. So if you know the Staples Center, that's basically where the Lakers play. It's a really big stadium in America, in Los Angeles. And I mean, when you look at this, almost $1 billion to have the naming rights for a stadium. The Staples Center is, I mean, it is like Madison Square Garden. It is the closest thing America has to its second Madison Square Garden, other than, of course, Madison Square Garden. But it is a really prestigious stadium. And the fact that every time you watch a Laker game now, hands up if you're a Laker fan, yeah, not doing too good. But the fact that they've spent almost $1 billion renaming a stadium, so every time you watch a Laker game or anytime you watch a Clipper game for the time being, and you will see that's going to really drive home. You also have NBA 2K, which has their NBA games, and now when they play as the Lakers or they verse a Laker team in the PlayStation game or Xbox game, it's going to say crypto.com. And you're going to have all these people who are playing PlayStation, Xboxes, buying NBA 2K and seeing their Lakers crypto.com. And they're going to say, what's this crypto.com? What I'm trying to get at here is that this is actually a very smart marketing move. And NBA 2K, for those of you who don't know, is actually usually one of the best selling games every month for about 4 or 5 months after it comes out. So it comes out September, and it's usually pretty good sales until about January, February, when it starts to die off. And there are millions and millions of NBA fans. And it's, like I said, it's just such a smart thing to look into. The other thing that you want to pay attention to is you have to think of it from crypto.com's perspective. If they're going to spend $1 billion almost to have a naming right for a stadium, you have to think that they would be pretty smart about it. And this is one of the things to really look into when you're thinking about crypto is think to yourself why they're doing this, right? They've got an entire finance department thinking to themselves, why do I want to invest $1 billion into this name change? They would have heaps of models, analysts, economists, finance gurus who are just really looking at these things, marketers, all coming together to really think about this decision. And the fact that they actually got through to it is amazing. Now, FTT has also done this, or FTX token has also done this, where they've actually bought the Miami Heat Stadium and named it to FTX or FTT. So what you're seeing here is that crypto is becoming mainstream, and they're really targeting those really prestigious, luxurious stadiums. Crypto.com definitely takes the cake. I don't know who's going to take Madison Square Garden, but I mean, this is pretty big stuff is what I'm trying to get at, guys. The other thing as well is I really want to point you out to this chart of CRO. So you know me, I'm a chart guy. I love looking at charts. And this is why I tell you guys to always hold on to your cryptos, because sometimes you might want to sell out of some positions and move them and allocate them to different cryptocurrencies. But this is why I always tell you guys, we're still very early on in the crypto cycle. This will play out on other charts where you have a coin that's sort of maybe not going anywhere. You're holding it for a few years and you made some good profits. Should I take some profits? You take a bit of profits, and should you exit your position? But the reason why I say hold on to your cryptos is because of a situation like this, because you get this massive blow off top that can happen. I mean, if you have a good coin, you will get these sort of looks in a chart where you will have your peak and then you will regret it and you'll be like, man, look at this, I'm an idiot, I should have sold. Oh my god, bear market for 3 years. Oh my god, we're doing something. Oh man, maybe not. And then incredible blow off top. Hold on to your cryptos. This is what will happen to really good ones. FTT is another one, FTT token, where it doesn't look a chart like this, but it can have this sort of market where all it takes is just a few announcements and for it to really come together and you get this blow off top. So let's get into some technical analysis here, and you can just see, I've drawn my trend line. Look how far CRO is from its absolute support. It needs to go down another 50% before it gets to my trend line here for support. Amazing. So if you bought a coin and you've taken a bit of profits, fair enough. No problems taking a bit of profits. No problems. But the thing is, if you don't take any profits, you still got so much you can grow. And even if you dip, you've got so much room before it even hits that trend line that even if you lose a little bit of money, it's fine. It's fine. You haven't cashed out. Let it breathe. And this is what I'm saying, guys, is that we're still early days. We're still early days. There's nothing stopping crypto.com from going still. The whole crypto scene is very, very small. It's still very mini. And I mean, think about it. If they have debit cards in, say, multiple countries, what's it going to do to CRO's price? What's it going to do to crypto.com's price? It's going to make it skyrocket like crazy, even more. So I always tell people, get in your entries and hold on to your coins. Take some profits here, that's fine. Take some profits here, that's fine. Take some profits here, that's fine. You come back, you test, always a healthy sign, and you're off. And you can just see it. Now, this is its major 50% here. So you can see our good old Michael Pizzino 50% mark. I should start calling it that, actually. And you can see we're still, I mean, so much clear skies ahead of us now. But you can see that we're way above our 50-day moving average. We're still so far away from our 50% support. So what does this mean? It means you can't buy it. It means you missed your opportunity. So this is why I tell people, if you buy your coins and you can compare them to the ETH value, it's fine. Hold on to them. Every coin will have its day in the sun if it's a good coin. And CRO is a perfect example of that. So it's one of the lessons to learn into, because think about all of this. This is all emotions, but it pays off. It pays off, guys. Hold on to your good coins. Do not let them go. Delete your exchange app. Do something. Just don't look at them and just leave them. Put it in a wallet or put it somewhere where it can gain interest where you don't have to see it. Because what you're waiting for is looking at one of this. Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor, is so good because he just bought undervalued stocks and held them. That's why he always said, I would have been a lot richer today, and he's one of the richest people in America. He said, I'd be a lot more richer today if I just held anything and never sold, right? Everyone wants to sell, take some profits here and there. Nothing wrong with taking profits, but keep the majority of your position because of opportunities like this. Now, sure, you could have, sold here and bought some at the bear market here, during that phase, but you don't know at the time, right? All you see is this at the time. You don't know where this chart's going. You're like, oh my God, do I take it? Oh my God, I sold. Oh, I'm an idiot. There's so much emotion playing here. But that's why I say, just hold on to them, because once you have this, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So where's our entries for CRO? Well, you can't go in now because it's too hard. Okay, what about the midterm? Well, let's look at my chart and let's put it to, that would be about your midtime. Not really doing much either for us, right? We're still so far away. And even in our short term, if I can get my pin, it still is too high, right? It's just too high at the moment. It's too hot. You have to let it cool off. And just look at our RSI. We're way above the 70 mark. This is just way too hot. So you can't buy it. You wait for a pullback. But you know what this means? This means that you wait. You put it on your favorites, you wait. And here's some price points for you. You've got one at about 35 cents. You've got at the 45 RSI at 27 cents. So personally, if this was me, if this hit 35 cents, I'd buy it straight away. You bet a lot onto it because this is one of it. But this is what happens, right? If we look at Phantom, This is basically one of those things that you look at, right? When you see Phantom going up and you see it burst open, you miss the boat, right? Once you see this happening where it goes, you've missed the boat. What you have to do, you have to wait for the pullback. And guess what? If you're patient enough and you're disciplined enough, you're rewarded. Boom, almost bang on 50%, and we're still headed towards that direction as we speak. So Phantom's a buy right now. Just found support. We don't know how things are going to play out for the next few days. You can probably bounce around here for a little bit, maybe dip a bit below, but that's fine. You've got your entry, you've secured your entry. And you know what's going to happen one day, just like CRO? You're going to have the big push up, right? It's all about being patient with your cryptos, guys. And I want to stress that enough. There's also a video I want to share with you guys. I know we all love crypto, but I think it's really important to look at some of the investors, the best investors in the world. And one of the best investors in the world was actually Peter Lynch. He's actually one of my favorite investors, and actually read his book. And he's just a very charismatic guy. So I know the YouTube algorithm might not like this, but try to watch this video just for a little bit, and I guarantee you'll take a lot away from it. So I'm going to just play this quickly.
At 14, it goes to 6. That's great. You understand the company, you look at the balance sheet, they're doing fine. You're hoping to get to 22 with it. 14 to 22 is terrific. 6 to 22 is exceptional. So you take advantage of these declines. They're going to happen. No one knows when they're going to happen. It'll be people tell you about it after the fact that they predicted it, but they predicted it 53 times. And so you can take advantage of the volatility in the market if you understand what you own. So I think that's the key to element. Another key element is that you have plenty of time. People are in an unbelievable rush to buy a stock. I'll give you an example of a well-known company. Walmart went public in October of 1970. 1970 went public. Already had a great record. It had 15 years performance, great balance sheet. You could have waited 10 years saying you're a very conservative investor. You're not sure this Walmart can make it. You want to check. You see them operate in small towns. You're afraid they can only make it in 7 or 8 states. You want to wait till they go to more states. You keep waiting. You could have bought Walmart 10 years after they went public and made 35 times your money. If you bought it when they went public, you would have made 500 times your money. But you could have waited 10 years after Walmart went public and made over 30 times your money. You could have waited 3 years after Microsoft went public and made 10 times your money. Now, if you knew something about software, I know nothing about software. If you knew something about software, you would have said, these guys have it. I don't care who's going to win Compaq, IBM. I know who's going to win Japanese computers. I know Microsoft, MS-DOS is the right thing. You could have bought Microsoft. Again, I'm repeating myself. Stocks are not a lottery ticket. There's a company behind every stock. And you can just watch it. You have plenty of time. People are in an amazing rush to purchase a security. They're out of breath when they call up. You don't need to do this.
Okay, so I love that video because he basically talks about the emotion in the market really hard. So if you look at, say, Phantom, you would have had so much emotion. Oh my God, I want to buy it. Look at it. It's peaking so hard. I really want this. And you would have got burnt, right? Be patient. You can wait for crypto.com. You can wait for Binance. You can wait for FTX. You can wait for these projects to really show you if they're really going to do what they say. You can wait. Now, sure, if you bought at, in the bear market in 2017, 18, you would have made 5,000 times your return, or 50,000 times your return. What the video is trying to convey here is you don't have to be in such a rush. You don't have to buy things at the all-time high. You just need to identify a good company that's doing great things, buy at a good price, and just hold. And you will guarantee make at least 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times your money. And crypto is such a small market cap that even that is conservative, but you need to buy at a good entry point and you need to hold. Take some profits along the way. Enjoy yourself, pay down your debts, but keep the majority of your position going from market to market. It will reduce your tax. You'll feel better if the market does go up because you'll be able to take it. And if the market goes down, you feel good because you took some profits. But keep the majority of your position open for really good, high quality companies and double down on them. If you see Phantom going down to 50%, you see it go down, you know what? I'm buying more Phantom if I have money. If I see it go down, I'm buying more money. But when I see a company like CRO, it's too hot. Like Peter Lynch said, people are out of breath. Oh my God, look at CRO. It just had its Staples Center announcement. I got to buy it. No, you don't have to buy it. Wait for the pullback. Wait to get it. Look how many cryptos are in the red at the moment. Still a fair bit. Look at the ones that are pumping hard. Audio. You've got Mana always doing so well. Algo. You can't buy these. They're too hot. You're out of breath. Do not be in a rush to buy these ones. You want to look for the red ones, the really good discounted ones. That's what you're looking for, and hold on to them. Like you said in Walmart, if you were extra conservative, you could have made 30 times your money if you just knew it was Walmart. You can wait. You could have made 500 times your money if it was Walmart, but 30 times your money, I think most people would be happy with 30 times their money because no other industry can give you returns like crypto. So the moral of the story is be patient for your entries, identify really high quality companies, dollar cost average a little bit out, but keep the majority of your position because we're still such early days in crypto that you will be one of the few people who actually make a lot of money if you hold on to it for a long time. All right, hope this meaningful message helped you out. If it did, give me a like, give me a subscribe. Thanks for commenting on my last video, guys. I really appreciate it. It's nice to see the audience come through. I always do this just out of genuine good nature. I know the world's pretty hard at the moment with what's happening everywhere, and I know a lot of people are in debt and have lost their jobs and all that. So I hope these videos do help you out. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.